Fox 8 News is New Orleans' most watched news. Fox 8 Local First starts now.
A great start to Mardi Gras with the crew of Zulu rolling through Uptown ahead of the crew of Rex on this last day of carnival season.
This is a live look now. Let's take a look at other areas still partying at this hour. Look at the French Quarter from the Tropical Isle Bar. And also we are in Frenchman Street in Faubourg Marigny. So we're bringing you all of the different locations where the celebrations continue at this hour. Good afternoon, I'm Liz Reyes.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. Mardi Gras is finally here and people are out on the streets having the time of their lives.
Now, Rex rolled well into the afternoon after Zulu and Argus took over the streets in Metairie, plus the party in the French Quarter and the Marigny just getting started.
That's right. Let's go to Rob Masson and Natasha Robin, who are live from the Tropical Isle, and I know they are having a blast out there, guys.
On the balcony of you know, we have Maverick here, and I'm Charlie from Top Gun. It's been a great day, Rob.
The pattern was clear. We landed here about 5 or 6 hours ago. I inverted one time, gave the international signal of peace to some attacking enemy bombers down here. But no, it's been a great day down here. Just wonderful costumes, wonderful vibes, good music, good smells. Everybody getting along. I haven't seen anybody get arrested down here at all. No need to arrest anybody. Just 2 EMS units going through. Don't think there were huge emergencies.
We haven't had any trouble down here. In fact, you know, we were commenting earlier that the crowds actually started off kind of slow, and I think it's because everybody was at the parade that happened this morning, and then after things started getting going, we started getting the crowds thicker and thicker here on Bourbon Street, and we have just seen it grow and grow over the last few hours, and I mean, it is packed.
Yeah, we're about 5 blocks from Canal Street, just a block behind St. Louis Cathedral here at Bourbon in Orleans at the Tropical Isle. Our wonderful hosts again this carnival here, and we want to say thank you to them. Their balcony is packed out here, just a great vantage point for all the activities here at Bourbon Street. But we talked to some wonderful people today. I mean,
we've met a lot of interesting people who say this is their first Mardi Gras, to the people who say we've been doing this for years, for decades, and it's a tradition, and they do it every year, and they're back again. And of course, what a beautiful day this Mardi Gras was.
And the parades are still going full swing in various parts of the metro right now, including Metairie. Let's go out to Madeline and Juan on Veterans Highway.
Thank you very much, Rob. Nice to have you back here at Argus. Of course, it's now the crew of Jeffersonian as the truck parades start going by. Before we get to some of the official stuff that's happened here today, Madeline wants to show off some of the stuff she's collected, which is a lot.
Look, we've gotten some great stuff, okay? First of all, so the crew of Argus debuted like a 3-section float for their 50th anniversary. And look what I got on the last one. How cool is this peacock, right? I mean, beautiful. Obviously, the theme of Argus this year was Argus is golden, saw a lot of gold for their 50th anniversary as well. They were founded back in 1972. And speaking of the gold, I got a little mask, right? Yeah, right? Fantastic. It was a little too hot earlier to keep it on, but it looks great. So it has been a fun day. The weather is still, the sun's kind of going down a little bit, like still got a little bit of time. But the weather is still beautiful. Everyone is still out here. No one has left yet. They want to enjoy every bit of Mardi Gras that they can.
That's the big difference between here and what they said in the French Quarter at Rob Masson. The people have been here all day. Yes. They may be starting to fill in the French Quarter on Bourbon Street. The people here have not left this parade. They've been here. So we got a chance to look at some video now of the King of Argus being named. Stephen Lachute introduced today. He's the 38th King of Argus, and Queen of Argus, Allison Langetti. So congratulations to both of them. Let's get a chance to hear from Lachute as he made his toast.
So he really exemplifies a life of service. So I really can think of no better person to serve as the King of Argus on this 50th anniversary than Mr. Steve Lachute. His wife Adrian and their daughters are here. So let's raise a glass and say, Hail Argus!
Hail Argus!
Stephen Lachute, the king of Argus, the 38th king, and we didn't get to see Allison Langerty, but she is the 38th queen, but obviously a big day for both of them.
Absolutely, and I know Stephen got a little bit emotional while he was toasting, talking about his family, so really cool to see there. And this is my first Mardi Gras season in New Orleans. This is my first Metairie parade. I did not know it was tradition to throw the glass off the float. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, that's just tradition here. Apparently it's good luck, so really cool to see that.
Yeah, Madeline's like, who's going to clean that up? I'm not going to clean that up. All right, with Madeline Adams, I'm Juan Kincaid, or with Wednesday, I'm Gomez. Let's talk it back to the studio now.
And Liz, I just want to talk about Madeline and Juan's costume.
Love it.
I'm a big Addams Family fan. You saw Madeline as Wednesday and then Juan as Gomez. I have
really
to say, it's probably
captured
one of
it.
my favorites of the day.
They are.
Yes.
They really pull that off, too.
All right, well, Rex and Zulu paused to toast the mayor at Gallier Hall.
Sabrina Wilson now has more on their Mardi Gras ride.
Welcome to the historic Gallier Hall.
The King of Carnival's float rolled up to Gallier Hall for what is part of Mardi Gras tradition.
Hail Rex!
A toast for Rex, Lodovico Fioli.
On behalf of all of our residents, all of our visitors, please accept the key to the city.
On this day, he reigns over Mardi Gras. His day job is executive director of the Center for Inter-American Policy and Research at Tulane University, where he's also a research professor.
I couldn't be more prouder to represent the city of New Orleans on this day.
A little farther down St. Charles Avenue, he toasted the Queen of Carnival, Miss Eveline Gamilla, a student at the University of Virginia. Earlier in the day, the Southern University Band led Zulu royalty to Gallier Hall. King Zulu Nichols Nick Spears got royal treatment too.
Hail Zulu!
Spears served in the Marine Corps and now owns SCG Construction.
This has been a joyous day. It's been a wonderful year. The ride is fantastic. The people, the citizens, I say thank you to all who have traveled to see the greatest free show on earth here in New Orleans.
His wife and queen, Dr. Christy Lagarde Spears, wasn't far behind and was also toasted by the mayor.
Your beauty is radiant.
Queen Zulu works for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Equal Employment, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office.
You guys have come out, supported us, enjoyed this day. It's beautiful weather. I'm excited to see everyone.
On a day when New Orleans focuses entirely on fun. Sabrina Wilson, Fox 8, Local First.
Again, the celebrations are happening in New Orleans, Metairie, just everywhere right now, still.
Yeah, especially the French Quarter. You know, on Bourbon Street, the music is blasting in the Marigny while people are just letting the good times roll. Andres Fuentes is there now to give us a look at all those festivities.
Yeah, Liz, Lauren, you know, music really blasting behind me. Fifth Ward Weeby has been playing for around 10 minutes now. I think I'm losing my voice. I think I can't hear really well. And I'm joined with Audrey. I'm sorry about that. I just could not resist this whole getup. Tell me a little bit about the costume.
Well, I was taking a stroll with my 2-year-old daughter in her stroller, and I saw the most amazing IKEA chandelier that someone had thrown out on the sidewalk uptown. And so I picked it up, washed it, took the light fixture out, spray painted it, and now it's a headpiece.
It is fantastic, and it's just a testament of just the amount of handmade costumes that we see here on Royal Street in the Marigny. You know, I know you've been here for 9 years. What is this celebration really like for New Orleanians?
It's a celebration of life. So you're celebrating the impermanence of life. Nothing lasts. So you might as well be in the present moment, enjoy yourself, and be around beautiful people with homemade costumes.
Right, and I don't know how long you've been out here, but, you know, and tell me a little about the crowd. Has it been bigger than years past, you think?
No, it's about the same. I see the same fools walking around every year.
But that just goes to show, you know, this neighborhood and this part of New Orleans, really, they just cherish this celebration year in, year out. They see the same people year in, year out.
It's the best. It's literally the best. I don't want to do anything else Mardi Gras Day ever.
Perfect. And I got to ask you, so we're here now on Royal. What's the plans for you for the rest of Mardi Gras?
You mean for the rest of today only? I'm going to go to a house party in the quarter, then I'm going to take a nap, then I'm going to go to another house party in the Bywater, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
Does it ever end?
I hope not.
I hope not. I don't hope either, man. Like, it's been fantastic here at the Verity. I've been having a blast, but we're going to be starting to get back to the studio.
Andres, you need to work on your costume.
Wow, she called him out. You need to work on that costume.
Because she put a lot of work in her costume. So much creativity. I love that. And she said, you know, she's going to go somewhere, then she's going to go to take a nap, and then she's going to go back out. That's how you got to do it sometimes.
Only here we can do that, but Margaret's got to work on that costume.
Yes, he does.
So the Bourbon Street Awards, which is hugely popular every year, took place this afternoon.
David Jones shows us some of the eye-catching costumes out there.
Happy Mardi Gras. We are having a great time out here on Bourbon Street. As you can see behind me, plenty of people, throngs, hordes even, of people have descended on Bourbon Street this Fat Tuesday. The 59th annual Bourbon Street Awards were a sight to see. We just finished up there not too long ago. What an amazing time, from groups of nuns to Jennifer Coolidge lookalikes to even Jennifer Coolidge on a Vespa. Lots of Jennifer Coolidges. This beloved Mardi Gras Day, Fat Tuesday tradition goes all the way back to 1964, and it features the fabulous to the campy to the extravagant. 4 categories were featured: Best Leather, Best Group, Best Drag, and Best Individual, with a grand prize total of $2,500 for the competitor. And the winner of the Best Individual category was from the crew of Apollo, Baton Rouge. You won this year. How do you feel?
Great. All of our hard work pays off, so it's just good to feel that.
Can you talk about some of the effort that goes into, you know, a lot of the costumes that we're going to see today?
That's why we come so early. Yeah, we've been here for like almost an hour. It's worth it.
Revelers braved the heat and the sweat, no doubt about it, but definitely had a great time. Reporting on Bourbon Street, David Jones, Fox 8, Local First.
Now, he put work into his costume.
He sure did. Andres, take some notes from David. That's all I'm going to say.
It looked really good. So what a beautiful day for Mardi Gras. Blue skies, sunshine, warm temperatures as people crowded the streets of New Orleans.
That is right. Those nice conditions should stick around for the next week or so, so there's the good news. Let's go to meteorologist Hannah Gard for a first look at your forecast. Hannah.
Yeah, with all those costumes out there, probably even feeling hot in that sunshine, which we have had a lot of today. We're seeing blue skies out there still. That sun is starting to go down now, so our temperatures are falling. But look at these temperatures. We're in the 80s at the airport, in the high 70s on the lakefront and across the entire region. Bogalusa even hit 84 degrees today, so feeling very warm out there. But now that that sun is starting to set, it's going to feel a little bit better, especially if you're decked out in those costumes. Mid-70s over the next couple of hours. We're going to drop those temperatures down into the high 60s for this evening, so those late night plans, it's going to feel pretty good later on. You still probably won't even need a jacket, though. For the next 3 days, though, we're seeing record warmth. So we could touch that record high tomorrow. That was set in 2018, 84 degrees. Thursday, 84 once again. That will break that record high of 82 set in 2019. So we're seeing those record warm temperatures, very unseasonable. And that's lasting through the end of the week and even into the weekend. So we're really nearing those records because of this high pressure that's sitting down over the Gulf right now. And it's not moving at all. That's really warming us all up to the west of that. You can see where we do have a lot of cold air, though, up to the north. We're seeing a big snow event for places up there as well. But this high keeps us nice and dry. Even those lows trying to bring us some rainfall continue to stay up to the north of us. Now, we will see a change coming by the time we see this second low pressure system at the start of next week. That change, though, not very significant. 80s all the way through the weekend, and then we do drop down into those mid-70s. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you. And we'll be right back with more of our Mardi Gras 2022 coverage.
Dance! All right, come on. Woo! 16
welcome back. We're taking a live look from the Marigny where the party is still going strong for Mardi Gras 2023. They just don't want this party to end. You can see so many beautiful, creative costumes that people put together.
It is not going to end. You know, you got to pace yourself when you're out there. You see all of the just bright costumes. I love to see that. You saw the lady earlier with the cool chandelier on her head, and she made it look really cool. And then Andres, you know, she did tell him that he needed to, you know, step up his game. But that's okay. He's out there for us, doing a great job out there. But again, people just having a good time out there. But again, pace yourself out there. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, we're so thankful that the weather cooperated this year, and the beautiful sunshine really illuminated all those beautiful, colorful, vibrant colors on the floats that we saw today.
And no rain.
That was the good part.
That's the good part.
So every year, crew members put a lot of work, you know, into the preparation of all of those gorgeous carnival floats.
That's right, and Olivia Vidal gives us a behind-the-scenes look with the King of Carnival from the crew of Rex Den.
I'm here in Rex Den, the King of Carnival himself. Check out how beautiful these floats are that will soon grace the streets for the big parade here on Mardi Gras Day. Just incredible craftsmanship, the painting, the colors, so beautiful. And with me this morning is Richard Valadie, creative director of Royal Artists, which designed and painted all of these beautiful floats for the crew of Rex. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, good to be here.
How long did it take you? Yeah, busy.
I've been working on this parade for almost 3 years, honestly, because it was a theme that was set up during COVID year, and we worked on it and built most of it and painted all of the floats. And then we had to mothball it for a year for the 150th anniversary parade. And so then we brought it all back again. And in the meantime, I actually got to go to Siena and see. I didn't see the palio itself, but I did go to Siena and to see, after doing all the research and everything, and to see what it really meant to the city of Siena. It's like it's their cultural identity in a lot of ways that like Mardi Gras is to New Orleans. It's like, you know, the real identity of the culture.
So the theme this year is Palio di Siena. It was inspired by a trip that was taken there by one of the crew members.
Yeah.
They were inspired by the colors and the culture of Siena in Italy. And the Palio is this horse race that is a big deal over there. When you heard that was going to be the theme, what went through your mind?
At first, I was a little unsure, and I was like, "What is this?" It's just kind of stiff. But the more we got into it, you know, I felt better about it, and it's got a unique style. You know, Rex is always known for their flowers and that sort of thing. But then it's got a lot of heraldry, like emblems and flags and shields, and so it's got a little bit different style, and we really tried to embrace all of that.
I gotta say, it's anything but stiff. There's a lot of whimsy involved with these floats too. You've got a float over here with a dragon, caterpillar, and some other animals as well. So there's a lot of fun that went along with this theme.
Yeah, well, it's the main bulk of the parade is the contrada, and the contrada are the different teams of sorts that are based in certain neighborhoods. It's almost like, you know, like Uptown or like Lakeview, or just like the different neighborhoods. No, it's based on little like neighborhood organizations, and it's been going on for hundreds of years. And so each contrada has their mascot of sorts and their colors, and so we really tried to be true to all of that. And so every float has a very strict color theme.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Last question before we have to let you go. What is it like to see this vision come to life?
It's great to see it roll. You know, we spent so much time in here working on it and building it all year, and you know, this is what it's for. This is out here to get its glory for a few hours on the streets.
Get its glory with the King, Rex himself. That's a look inside the den. They're going to be lining up these floats here soon to get parading. I think the parade starts about 10:30 or so. They're going to start lighting up the floats. But that's a look inside the den for now.
Yeah, she was there early this morning. Rex, the crew, they gathered extremely early, so it was good to get that behind the scenes before they took to the road.
Look at those beautiful floats.
Gorgeous.
The intricacies, just lovely.
Details and the work that went into that.
All right, well, we have more Mardi Gras 2023 covered on our way for you.
We'll be right back right after this.
Hot dog hands. Brett Aries hot dog hands.
A nod to everything, everywhere, all at once. Some
moving everything everywhere all at once.
All right, we're taking another live look from the Tropical Isle Bar, and it's the balcony there on Bourbon. And Liz, look at all the people there. They are just partying, having too much fun on this Mardi Gras 2023.
Yeah, the tradition is once you finish taking in all of the floats on St. Charles Avenue nearby on the parade routes, you head to the quarter with or without your costume, and it's jam-packed there, where that party will continue for several hours up until midnight.
Several. And who knows, I mean, you know, I know they clear the streets, but some people kind of linger after that. All right, well, some people choose to wear some comfortable attire for these parades. Others choose to go all out.
Garland Gillen spoke to one family and shows how they put a lot of work into their Mardi Gras attire.
Garland Gillen on St. Charles Avenue, and hey, there's always a great costume here and there, and this is one of them. First off, are we a chicken? Are we a rooster? What are we?
We're definitely a chicken. We're a chicken family. We got the origin story over here. I'm going to let her tell it.
So Marshall had chicken pets, and then Harry Potter came along and turned me into a real-life person. So I was a chicken before Harry turned me into a lady.
Oh, well, that is fantastic work. So how did have you owned this costume? Like, what's the story behind this costume? Obviously, it was a team thing. And, dude, it's not a cold day outside. So, like, you're going to be starting to sweat soon here, huh?
So we should definitely stand here and talk about it longer. 2019, the whole family went as Paw Patrol. And this is technically Chickaletta from Paw Patrol.
Oh, okay.
And so it sits in the closet only for days like today because it's the only appropriate day you can wear a chicken suit.
See, I like this. You're recycling costumes there, like thinking about the environment, you know. Are you, like, cool in there, or do you have some kind of cooling mechanism?
Sweating. It's hot out here, but it's a beautiful Mardi Gras day, so that's why we do it.
Now, how many years did y'all come out here? Like, is this a family thing since they were children, babies, y'all were out on the route?
Look, this is a post-pandemic story. This is his real first Mardi Gras as a 4-year-old because he was too young the year before the pandemic, and so this is his first experience, and he's loving it. It's fantastic.
A family affair on the avenue there. He's sweating a little. You see, I'm going shirtless here, sleeveless, so I'm going to be doing a little better than they are. All right, we'll send it back. What's that?
It's chicken dances.
Oh, wait, you got a chicken dance? Let's end on a chicken dance here. Here we go. Can't beat it. Back to you.
Well, those hot conditions are going to continue into this week. We could see record highs across parts of the country. Cold weather up to the north. I'll have a look in your Weather Authority forecast.
And more Mardi Gras coverage is on the way.
Stay right here. We'll be right back in just a bit.
Well, welcome back. We're taking another live look from the Tropical Isle Bar. This is the French Quarter. You can see things just kicking into high gear. People are having a lot of fun. The crowds are still growing.
Yes, that's right. And again, the streets are packed there, as you can see. Looks like it's a good time out there, and I'm sure more and more people are going to pack the French Quarter as these parades kind of let out, and even people from Metairie, who knows, they might be going over there to go check out the fun over there. We'll hear from Rob and Tosh in just a bit, but right now, let's go over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for a look at your Weather Authority forecast. A lot warmer temperatures, right, Hannah?
Yeah, very warm out there. It's probably feeling especially warm for those people down in the French Quarter in their costumes. And you could see it was pretty breezy. Those flags were waving on the balconies. We also have a little bit of a shake to our city park camera here. We have a nice breeze going on from the southwest right now. So that's really keeping us nice and warm. At the airport, 81 degrees, 82 in Slidell. Now, some of our temperatures sitting in the high 70s. But that's still feeling very warm, especially with all of that sunshine out there. But the sun is starting to set. Temperatures will start to drop. Now, this warm front up to the north is really helping to pump all of that heat into the region. We're seeing those strong southerly winds, and this high pressure down to the southeast is keeping us nice and warm as well. And we're really separated here from all of this cold weather to the north. Look at all that snowfall across the northern plains right now. we're seeing a pretty significant winter weather event happening up there. But we are staying nice and warm. The rest of the evening will be down into those mid-70s as that sun continues to set. And then we sit in those high 60s through the rest of the evening hours, waking up tomorrow nice and warm in those high 60s as well. And we'll continue to see that breeze staying through the evening. And those winds are really going to pick up tomorrow. Right now, it is pretty breezy from the southwest. We're about 13 miles an hour. But we're going to see those really picking up by tomorrow afternoon. 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds. It's going to be very breezy, those gusts higher. So prepare for that. It will be a pretty gusty day out there, but very warm breeze. Will be in the mid-80s, and that's for the next 2 days. We could see record warm Thursday. Now, even though we're in the 80s on Wednesday as well, that record is 84 Wednesday. Thursday, the record 82. So we could break that. Friday, 80 degrees. We see a little bit of a dip in that temperature as we get some cloud cover moving in, and we will see a little bit of a system to our north. So clouds, we will see some of that tomorrow morning, but then that sunshine returns. Here's that system coming in Wednesday by the evening. This is all going to stay to the north of us, but we might see a little bit of cloud cover coming in as that dissipates over us. And then here comes those clouds from the southwest into Thursday. We do see some moisture in the area up to the northeast. I think we're going to stay pretty dry at least until the start of next week. Now, it's going to be muggy, though, so that dry means rain-wise. Very humid by Thursday. We'll see it taper off a bit into the start of the weekend as we get some of that slightly drier air moving in after that system moves through. But it's going to be hot. Those temperatures stay well above average. Through the weekend, we're still in the 80s. Monday, we're still in the 80s. And then Tuesday, we'll start to see a change coming down into those mid-70s, but still well above average. And this is very unseasonable weather. Meteorological spring starts at the start of March. We're supposed to be in the high 60s, so sitting in the mid-80s is more like the end of May, certainly not feeling like winter anymore. Now, we have high pressure over the Gulf. You can see all of that dry air there. We do have some southwesterly flow coming in from the west, so we might see that moving in over the next couple of days. This is that strong low-pressure system that's bringing that snowfall to places up to the north. So that's going to drift to the north of us. And we will see some pretty Arctic air mass coming down from the north there. That's going to bring a lot of snow and moisture for us. We still get that southerly flow as that high stays to the south. Another low tries to come through by the start of next week. This is a stronger low. Notice how that kind of cuts off there and then pulls to the east a bit farther to the south. So by Tuesday, that's why we get those slight dips in temperatures, but we're still going to be well above average as that high is pretty strong from the south of us. So we do have a lot of winter storm alerts in effect for the northern half of the country. Millions of people impacted by this winter storm system. So if you're traveling in that direction, might have some major travel impacts, but meanwhile down to the south, because of that high pressure, we're staying high and dry. Maybe a couple of little systems with moisture there by the start of next week, but we don't see that change until Monday. So we're going to stay nice and warm, guys. Very unseasonable weather. Like I said, this is more like the end of May, and especially for those people out there celebrating Mardi Gras today, feeling nice and warm.
So are we done with the cold temps now?
Done forever? I'd say as cold as we were at the start of the weekend, sitting in the 50s, now that we're into springtime, I showed that average graphic. Usually we're in the high 60s this time of year, so I don't think we'll get that cold again, but we could have a couple more dips in that chilly weather.
Okay. Enjoy it while it's here.
Yes, thanks, Hannah.
So right now across the city, locals and visitors are celebrating Mardi Gras, the last day of carnival season.
That's right, Liz. Let's check back in with Andres Fuentes from the Marigny. Andres.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun out here on Royal Street. You know, just about any and every character from a movie, a TV show for the past 30 years is here, right here with me. And it's really cool to see their handcrafted costumes, just wearable art. I've been hearing a lot of people say that. They've spent an entire year, some people, on these costumes, and they're here on Royal Street showcasing that for the world and for us here at Fox 8. So it's been a fantastic ride. We've been here since since 11 this morning, and the music hasn't stopped. The crowd hasn't stopped growing. We threw up the drone, and we really got to see how expansive this crowd is, stretching not even through the whole stretch of Royal, but the side streets as well. If you just glance at this crowd, I'm just looking at crawfishes. I see Hello Kitty. I see somebody with a bicycle, I think, crowd surfing with a bicycle. It's just a lot of crazy things out here in Verity, but all the things you've come to expect. We're going to be here live throughout our 5 o'clock newscast, so stay tuned on that. We'll have a lot more of the fun here on Royal Street, but for now, we're putting live on Vanessa Fuentes, Fox 8, Live First.
Some of the things you do see there, you can't show. But
No,
they
you
are
can't.
very creative.
But Andres has seen enough for us today.
Yes, he has. Well, Mardi Gras is a chance for many people to get creative with their costumes, some of them reflecting famous pop culture faces.
That's right, and Garland Gillen speaks to one couple dressed as a pair who've had a recent and very public breakup.
We have breaking news on St. Charles Avenue. Tom Brady and Giselle are back together? I thought it was over with. Explain this to me, Tom. What is going on right now?
Well, you're looking at my 7 rings there, Garland. I mean, let's get that straight first of all. I'm not a whiner, despite what you see on the football field, but I'm going to complain a little bit about this. That doesn't seem right.
Giselle, I thought it was over with. Is there a reconciliation? Is this TMZ? Can I break some news on the air?
Absolutely not. After all, I make more money than he does.
Oh, that hurts, bud. Wait, now look at this. I mean, you brought them all out. I mean, what? You're single now, so you got to show off the rings again. You're no longer tethered to Giselle, huh?
I'm trying to get chicks. This will help me get chicks.
So are y'all just out here for the kids today? Kind of keep the peace and everything, that understanding?
I'm a great dad. Remember that. No matter what the media says, I'm a great dad. And I'm not all about me, Remember that. And I never complain.
So how long, in all seriousness, how long did this outfit take you to put together?
We couldn't think of an idea. Yeah. And all of a sudden one night it just came to me. Yeah. And then this makes the costume. Unfortunately, not everybody gets it, so they think I'm for Tom Brady. When I walk down the street, I get a lot of heckling because nobody in New Orleans likes Tom Brady.
So you have to have her at all times to explain the story.
I said, you are my Siamese twin today. Don't leave my side.
So you got the Brady jersey, you got official Tampa Bay Buccaneer crying towel. Well, I will say this, as I know you're a big Saints fan, you're glad he's out of the division now,
I am. I hate to give up one of these, but that's part of the divorce. I'm going to have to give her half.
So now that you're retired, what do you do now?
Pick up chicks.
There you go. Tom Brady, Giselle, you see everything on the avenue. Back to you.
Thanks, Garland. Great costume, great lines to go with the costume.
That's hilarious. I think that one wins the cake for me today.
Stay with us. We have much more fun on the way after this break.
Thousands of people packed the streets to catch one of those coveted decorative coconuts from the crew of Zulu.
And this year, our own Nakandra Norwood got to parade with them throughout the streets of New Orleans.
It has been an incredible day along the street route. It's an amazing parade with so many different atmospheres, really. We're in the final stretch right now, coming down Orleans Avenue. This is really Zulu country. This is where the club's heart is. Their club is where the parade is going to disband at Orleans and Broad. And, the crowds are as thick, if not the thickest, that we've seen all day, really, since we turned on Basin. You feel like you've been going and going and going, and just still people 10, 12 deep all the way down and really under the bridge. Exciting view there. We've got the stage set up. We have had a fantastic time with this ride, and we're expecting, again, we've still got several more blocks of really heavy crowds that are looking for those Zulu throws. So definitely, I think one of the top spots for the day. Hopefully you got a little bit of a view of what it looks like to ride atop a float on Mardi Gras Day. For now, I'm Nakandra Norwood, Fox 8 Local First.
By far one of the best assignments of the day.
Oh yeah, one of the best views in town. She got to be on a float and then just be a part of such a major Mardi Gras tradition. I'm jealous, honestly, Nakandra. I am.
And the loyalty and the dedication of the crowds to just stay there since early this morning waiting for them. So wonderful job by Nakandra today. Another hot spot, the French Quarter.
Oh yes, speaking of those crowds, very crowded right now. Let's go out to Natasha Robin and Rob Masson, who are at Tropical Isle on Bourbon Street. Guys, how are things looking right now?
Well, this is the hot spot. This is a hot spot, but Nakandra was jealous of you when you rode as Grand Marshal of Celine a couple of weeks ago, Lauren, so eat your heart out.
That's right. That's right. She had a great day today.
She had a great day today. We're having a great day here on Bourbon Street as well. The crowds continue to build. We're seeing less and less clothing, I noticed, down on the street, but everybody is having a great time, and seeing a lot of great costumes still coming through. A group of people dressed like Native Americans, and we saw the corn go through. There goes a couple Popeyes chefs over there. Just whatever you want to do, you can do it here. I have no idea what that lady is doing down there with the aluminum
I have no idea
foil
either, but you
cone
know,
around her head.
she has foil cones sticking up from her neck high up into the air. But we did notice earlier that some of the costumes are so elaborate, and you just wonder, you know, how they make it down Bourbon Street with so many people, but they do. They manage, Rob.
She may be trying to listen in for a Chinese balloon or something like that. We've seen a couple of Chinese balloons out here. They fizzled about 3 hours ago, though, but we're not seeing too many more. But just a lot of wonderful costumes, including some people we walked into on Royal Street a couple hours ago. Down on Bourbon Street, the activity quite a little bit different than it is up on the balcony. We've been at the Tropical Isle. You can see Charlie up there and our photographer Jim Pedersen on the balcony, but we are talking with some people who have some of the better costumes we've seen so far. Who are we again?
This is the Warrior King of Spades, and I am the Warrior King.
And are you all Mardi Gras veterans? Or
Oh, yeah, born and raised.
Live here. This is home. Like, do you ever do Mardi Gras without costuming?
What?
Never do Mardi Gras. Rarely.
Imagine that.
I mean, you can't even fathom it. I mean, is this
No,
no
in fact,
fun whatsoever?
I think I would put a little more glitter on you.
Well, I'm supposed to be Maverick.
I know, but I put a little more glitter on
Maybe a little help to get that maybe a boost by.
Oh, there you go.
We know I'm not black. What time do you guys get started today?
Grow up early.
6. We started getting dressed at 6. And will you be here all day when it gets packed, or do you just kind of jam?
Totally.
Stay throughout. Wait till the horses clear the street.
Absolutely. How about you?
We'll be here almost that late, but not quite so long. Do we have a chant or a cheer or anything like that? No?
Like just happy Mardi Gras. Everybody.
Exactly. All right, guys, have a great time. Appreciate it, man. Have fun. And there they go, cruising on down Bourbon Street. Lots of people are still coming down. We saw a half-assed walking club come through here just a little while ago, throwing plenty of beads, but it's starting to pick up down here on Bourbon Street, but there's still plenty of room, so if you feel up to it, feel like getting a little warm today, come on down. Thank you, guys. And those crowds continue to build out here right now.
And they will until midnight. They have to party until the NOPD and city leaders clear the streets. But that crowd will continue to grow for hours, no doubt. If you can imagine, it will get even thicker as the night goes on.
If you got a great costume, you want to come show it off, this is a place to do it. It's just a big costume stroll, cocktail party, if you will, amongst the beautiful architecture of the French Quarter. People all over the world. Come make a friend. Make people happy they came to New Orleans. You hear people talking over and over again about the hospitality they've received here, and they are just enjoying themselves.
Definitely. You can make plenty of friends down here on Bourbon Street.
And stop by the Tropical Isle, where we are positioned here for the next couple of hours, watching all of the activities and bringing it to you in your living room for you to enjoy.
Back to you guys.
Gosh, it's just every time you go back to them, you see how much the crowds have grown.
Oh, they have grown, and I do want to give them a shout out on their costumes. Top Gun, great. They look fantastic.
Rob just working the need for speed.
Yeah, he really is. I really like those jackets. I might get me one of those.
Right. Well, a special treat this morning for hundreds of people when the Mardi Gras Indians made a surprise stop uptown at Tipitina's.
Big Chief Juan Pardo and his tribe continued the Mardi Gras celebrations by taking to the streets as crowds formed around them. Josh Robertson was there to catch one of the most storied New Orleans traditions.
We are out here right now on Napoleon, where one of the greatest Mardi Gras traditions every year is the Mardi Gras Indians, and they are going strong right here behind us in these unbelievable outfits, really signifying so much of what the culture is here in New Orleans. And I'm going to bring you over here really briefly. And just we see spectators out here on the street. They just started gathering very naturally, which is part of what this event is all about. Scott, come here real quick. Come here and talk to me. You're just out here with a lot of, I guess, some family members here behind us, and that's your dad right there. What does this mean to you, seeing this? I mean, this is one of the most amazing things to experience every year during Mardi Gras. What does it mean to you to see your dad out there and all these people gathering right now?
I mean, it's really nice to see that us as a black community can just get together without anything going wrong or anything like that.
This is something not a lot of people get to experience. Even people who come here every year sometimes might miss the Mardi Gras Indians. They're so secretive in where they're going to march, where they're going to be, and it's really part of the culture. And I know you must have grown up really learning a lot about that.
Yeah, I will be masking next year.
Got it. And Scott, I mean, I'm going to let you go and enjoy this because this is such an amazing event every year. This is so cool. And they were at Tipitina's. We're right here outside of Tipitina's right now, where they put on a sunrise concert starting at 5 a.m. They did a 90-minute set on stage in front of a huge crowd early this morning before the sun even rose, and now they are out here in the streets. Again, very natural in the way that they do things, secretive. You never know exactly where they're going to be, and they're one of those secret organizations in that respect. And that's why if you do get a chance to experience what you're seeing here behind me right now, it is what it's all about. Chief Juan Pardo, one of those people out here right now dancing along with the kids you see here in these unbelievable handmade costumes. And I know that some of these are never before seen. They bring out new ones sometimes. This is one of those years where we're seeing some of these costumes for the very first time. And again, just an amazing Mardi Gras tradition here with the Mardi Gras Indians dancing here right outside Tipitina's on Napoleon. But we will go ahead and send it back to you. Just an incredible sight to see here. Back to you in the studio.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. And on a day like today, sun is so important. Having covered the Mardi Gras Indians in the past, when it's raining, you can't come out. They can't show this.
But you got to see how beautiful, like you said, those details. That's amazing. That was a great job out there. Just
what a treat for anyone who was there just to see that. Okay, let's check in with Hannah for another look at your Weather Authority forecast.
Yeah, we've had that nice weather all day. Great for those costumes. We're starting to see that sun going down. Now, we still have an hour before sunset. Temperatures were very warm today with those clear skies. Now we're starting to see those slightly falling. We're in the high 70s in Belle Chase here at the studio. 75 degrees right now. Still in the 80s, though, in Slidell. It was a very warm day out there. Those winds, very breezy, though, from the southwest, gusting around 20 miles an hour. So we're going to see that breeze continuing through the evening, but we're dropping into those high 60s. Not feeling too bad at all by tomorrow morning, and then we're really in for a hot day tomorrow. We're going to get into the mid-80s, so 84 degrees by the afternoon, and then we fall back into those 70s and 60s once again. Now, cloud cover, we might see a little bit of clouds later tonight, but mostly sunshine through tomorrow until the evening. We do see a little bit of a low pressure system to the north of us, so we'll get some cloud cover coming in because of that. Also ahead of that, we're going to see pretty breezy conditions, very humid through Thursday and into Friday as well. We're still going to stay pretty warm. Now Friday, those temperatures are going to drop down just a bit because of all of this cloud cover. We do have a little bit of moisture as well. I think we're going to stay dry for the most part, but maybe a few scattered spots of showers there. But we're not putting rain chances. Most of us are going to stay dry. 80s through the weekend, and Monday, we do see a system move through Monday, bringing us a chance for some showers, and that'll drop our temperatures into the mid-70s by Tuesday, but spring weather sticks around throughout the week.
It is here.
It is definitely here, and you feel it. All right, thank you so much, Hannah. We have more Mardi Gras 2023 coverage. That's coming up.
Stay with us.